Okay, here's the deal. Twitter can be a great marketing channel for driving traffic and generating leads. In fact, 63% of Twitter users follow a small business. And of course, Twitter is a communication outlet for hundreds of millions of people, including some of the most powerful people in the world, like the President of the United States. Now, with hundreds of millions of tweets going out every day, it can be easy for your organic tweets to get lost in all of the noise. And this is why Twitter ads can be so powerful going into 2021. And we've helped our clients generate Twitter followers as low as 8 cents per follower. Twitter ads give you an opportunity to reach millions of people who are within your brand's targeted audience. That's why in this video, I want to give you some powerful tips about how you can use Twitter ads to grow your brand. Stay tuned. Hey, I'm Sean with LYFE Marketing, the digital marketing agency that saves businesses from bad marketing and no growth. If you're not using Twitter yet, then it might be time for you to jump on the scene. Hey Sean, look, I can jump right into an action scene. Okay, not that kind of jump. What I mean is Twitter ads may be a viable marketing and advertising channel for many small businesses. And admittedly, at least in my opinion, Twitter is a little less effective than other marketing channels such as Facebook, Instagram, and Google, but that doesn't mean it can't work and produce amazing results. In fact, Twitter ads offer some unique advertising features that you won't find anywhere else. So right now, I'm gonna give you 4 things that you need to think about when it comes to Twitter advertising. But before I dive in, I just want to share that we put an incredible amount of effort into making these videos, and we're really trying to get our numbers up. So if you find any value or you just love marketing, you love business, then please consider subscribing to our channel. Also, please like this video because when you do, it tells the YouTube algorithm to show this video to more people like you who want to learn more about Twitter advertising. We interrupt your scheduled broadcast to ask you to please subscribe and to like this video. All right, now let's go ahead and dive in with our first reason to use Twitter ads, which is you pay for performance. When you advertise your tweets on Twitter, you only have to pay when you achieve the marketing objective that you set out to achieve. So if your goal is to get more website clicks or to simply get more Twitter followers, then you only have to pay when people take that desired action. So if you run an app installation campaign on Twitter, then you only pay when people successfully install your app. And as Twitter puts it, its objective-based pricing ensures that you only pay for the results that impact your marketing goals, which of course puts everyone in a win-win situation because Twitter is fine with holding some of your risk. So immediately this makes it a very attractive option for many small businesses, but it's still your job to make sure you're reaching the right audience that will ultimately become your customer. The next awesome thing about Twitter is their keyword targeting. This is what makes Twitter so unique from all the other social media advertising platforms, such as Facebook. You can target people who use a specific word or hashtag in their tweet within the last 7 days. You can even target people who have interacted with those tweets containing those certain words from the last 7 days. So let's say, for example, you run a local pizza restaurant and you want to target people who have pizza on their mind. Hypothetically, you could run a Twitter ad that would show only if someone has mentioned or interacted with the keyword pizza. And you could narrow your targeting to a specific zip code and radius within your local restaurant. Now, this is something that many social media platforms like Facebook ads don't allow you to do. On Facebook Ads Manager, you can't target people based on the keywords that they're posting about, but rather you target people based on their interests and their behaviors. Okay, now that's not a knock on Facebook because I still believe they have the most powerful advertising platform for social media marketing. There's just a distinct difference between the way that their targeting is set up. Now, the third and most powerful feature of Twitter ads is their tweet engager targeting. Essentially, you're able to remarket to people who have recently saw or engaged with one of your tweets. And this can be a real benefit to serious Twitter advertisers because once you build up enough engagement on your tweets, then you're able to target people who actually have engaged with your content again. So here you're able to start really moving people further down your marketing funnel by constantly staying in front of them. Because as we mentioned earlier, there are hundreds of millions of tweets that are sent out every single day. So this option would allow you to make sure that you're not lost in all of that noise. And once people have seen you enough times and have finally fully become aware of you, and they like you or they found you trustworthy, then it's easier for you to get them to take your desired action. Whether that be for them to sign up for a webinar, to visit your website, or even to buy something from you if you're really good. Now, the fourth and the last thing to consider when using Twitter ads are their low cost per click. On Twitter, we've helped clients generate some amazing results for literally pennies. Here's a screenshot of a client where we're giving them followers at 7 cents per follower. And that cost can be 5 to 10 times less than the average cost per fan that you might see on Facebook. This is likely because the competition on Twitter is much lower than the competition compared to Facebook. The price for most social media advertising platforms are based on an auction. It has everything to do with what people are willing to pay for. So I imagine that people are willing to pay more for followers or fans on Facebook than they are on Twitter. Because remember, Twitter is a very noisy place, and even if you have a lot of followers, it doesn't mean that you're gonna reach them every single day. But I suspect that the costs on Twitter are lower because it has less users and overall less advertisers. However, I do predict that over time, the cost will continue to increase as more people like you become aware of the power of Twitter ads. Okay, now this video is all about advertising, so that means you must be prepared to spend some money to generate some results. But if you're looking for a more organic route to take, then that is always an option as well. And I would recommend that you watch my video on marketing management to learn more about both options, whether you're using paid advertising or organic growth. So in summary, Twitter ads can be a great place to market your business. There are a lot of possibilities, and if you're a creative marketer, then you can certainly leverage Twitter to accomplish some of your marketing objectives. The main downside that I see is that you're only getting the people who use Twitter, and it has a much smaller audience than a platform like Facebook. But that doesn't mean that you can't squeeze a great return by finding a niche audience that works for you. Well, that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please do us a huge favor by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. And as you know, we're trying to get our numbers up, so if you know any marketers or small business owners, then make sure you share this channel with them as well. But that's all I got for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching and making it to the end. I'm Sean, and I'll see you in my next video.